I hope you're staying warm tonight. Here in the United States, where we have lots of snowstorms. Well, this will help you a little bit by thinking of spring. We're going to create this cute little gatefold card. What I'm going to do is just take off the belly band. So when you get a card like this, it's usually tied together with twine or a belly band. You're going to slide the belly band off, open it up, and it's going to be decorated all over, which is fun. And it gets to showcase the designer series paper. Still have room for your notes. You can even put another place for a sentiment on the back. And you really get to show a lot of these cute critters because you have these beautiful panels in the front. So that is called a gatefold card, and that's what we're going to be creating. I'll show you another version of it right here. So what you're going to use is the Splash of Sparkles Designer Series paper. Now this one here is called the Pleasant Patterns. And behind here, I use some of the new Joy of Easter paper. All of these papers are new. You can go ahead and use any papers you want. I think that what's great is they all coordinate together, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this because I have a lot of it. And I did pull out a couple punches, but I just want you to use whatever you have in your stash. Because in your stash, if you're in my Easter Basket Workshop series, for example, then you have a stash of all kinds of papers. And you could even use some of the Country Woods papers and put some wood patterns behind there. You can use anything you want. Now, what I want to show you also is I figured out something. I was going to try to, my husband said, you can't use the inkjet on these transparency sheets I had. Instead, it's like, why don't you just laminate it? So what I did is I laminated, this piece of paper. So I want to show you this one. This was like my epic fail from the laminate. Not epic fail, but just, it kind of got bent a little bit, and like, see how the lamination didn't go all the way, like the whole thing didn't get laminated. But so I use a little laminator. It's just a little lamination machine. And this one's a cool laminator, but you can use a hot laminator too. We're teachers. We have loads and loads of laminators. So what I did is I stuck this piece of paper in my copy machine, right? Everybody who has a copy machine that has like a little flat part where you can scan, you just put it in there and you press copy. And so I copied it, and then I was able to get this piece and I just laminated it. And I'm still using the piece of plastic that comes with it, but at least, and they are backwards because I didn't get to use my transparency film, but look at this. Now I can stick everything to the plastic, and it doesn't stick as great as it does to this plastic, but now I know everything is here. And then I can even put it back. Okay, where's the other piece? There was another. Oh, that was the other piece of plastic, I guess. Oh, no, this one, I just saved that one too. This was a thin piece of plastic. I saved that. And what I could have done is probably put everything on this plastic and put two together. Then I put it back in here now it doesn't rip this, and it slides back in here nicely. And I know which stamps are missing. Because if you've gone to any of my auctions on Fridays, you will see that I have so many things with things missing. But that's with the packaging, correct? So I just think, that's a way of doing it. And I'm going to do it to all the new sets. It might start making me like the packaging more because the packaging does save a lot of room. But what I didn't like is not having the inside like I do with my sets. I'm going to show you. So, for example, well, this one's okay. This one doesn't have it either. But like the older sets, they used to have a paper on the back here where you can line up all the stamps onto. I guess they didn't do it with the sentiments. But a lot of them have that. And if I could find one that has it. Yeah. Okay. So this is why I wasn't really digging the new packaging, because I didn't have these pieces to line everything up on to see what I was missing. So, and plus I kind of like these snap cases, but I'm okay with these if I can get, a solution for not missing stamps. So for this one, I did the same thing. I laminated it. However, when I copied this one and then I laminated it, the problem was these stamps were such a bigger size. So this branching out was so much bigger. It wouldn't fit on here. So I couldn't line these up as easily. See, this was just so much bigger. Well, that one's not a good example, but here. When you did it all, they just wouldn't fit on there. So I ended up just counting them and putting them like all back together, and I counted them and it all fits. But that's just, anyway, it's a solution for you if you have a copy part on your printer and you can just laminate something. It's a solution for you. All right, what I want you to do now is we're going to take a piece of lemon lolly. You're going to use whatever you want, whatever paper you have to make this card. So whatever cardstock I sent you, you're going to go ahead and make two cards at once when you lay this horizontally. Okay, so you're going to lay any cardstock from Stampin' Up. The idea is that everything's going to coordinate, right? So we're going to lay it right here. And let's see what we have here. We need all right, I'm just going to be using, I'm not running back in my house. It's too cold out. Baby, it's cold outside. All right, I'm going to use the stylus from the Scan and Cut. So what you're going to do is you're going to, this is your 11 inches across, right? It's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of Stampin' Up cardstock. You're going to go in here and you're going to do 2 3/4, okay? 2 3/4. That's it. Flip it around, 2 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and write the other measurement. So this side's 8 1/4. So 2 3/4, 8 1/4. But sometimes it's just easier to, like if you're mindlessly doing this while you're watching Netflix, 2 3/4, flip it around, 2 3/4. Okay. Now what I did is I already started this because I didn't want to have to be outside all night long because I was thinking it's kind of cold outside. So we're going to say 2 3/4, 8 1/4. Okay, so this is your gatefold card. We are using Lemon Lolly. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Who watched Schoolhouse Rock when they were younger? All right, so this is an 11-inch card by 4 1/4. You're going to score at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. And now we're going to do panels, outside and inside. Let's see. I have to draw a couple more inside. All right, so I already started drawing all the squares. We'll get to that. Now we're going to take this piece, and we're going to turn it around like so. Oh, that's all the scoring you need to do to make this card. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about the Simply Scored, they do come with the stylus, and I do have one. It's in my house. I have a bunch of these Simply Scored, and I have one stylus. I'm down to one stylus. I'm going to try to find my others. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. We're just using whatever we have to be a stylus. So we're going to go here. We're going to turn the paper, and now we have the portrait orientation of the paper, and we're going to cut it at 4 1/4. What that does is, because I made these for my swap, for my team, and I was able to make all my cards much faster by making 2 at once. Okay, and now we have the 2 cards. Oh, keep this out, your trimmer, because what you're going to do is you're going to fold the edges using your bone folder, or let's see, a room key or something. I'm just going to use here. I'm going to use an old Hobby Lobby gift card, because my bone folder is also in my house. I've been working in my house a lot more because of the cold. Now, I don't want to complain because the cold. What I did is when I scored down, it's a valley. A valley. When you flip it over, you're going to be turning these in that we call the mountainside. But I just also like to, just flatten everything out. Anywho, I'm not complaining about the cold compared to the other people in this country. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm going to flip it around. All I'm doing is burnishing the edges, so it's going to meet in the middle. Okay, so it's meeting in the middle, a perfect gatefold. But it does pop open if you don't use twine or something to hold it together. In our case, a belly band. So let's go ahead and make 2 of these. I have a lot more made, actually. I don't have them all here. And I'm actually going to get mine back as well, which is nice. When I do a swap, you get your own card back, and you get the other people you trade cards. And so that's one of the benefits of one of the perks of being on my team is the card swap. Yeah, we're all big old babies. That's right. Debbie, how is Texas, Debbie? Are you okay there? I have to get with you about mailing something, but I was like, I didn't know how it was in Texas. You guys were on the news. My friends from Australia were like, what's going on over there in the United States? They were worried about our country falling apart. I said, well, some places are. There's just crazy stuff going on. But, a lot of places, it's sensationalized. But, of course, there are places falling apart. But she said she was worried about the people freezing to death in Texas. And I was like, Well, I think hopefully the communities get together and have like a shelter with some, like in Guam, we had shelters when there's no power. And in our case, the elderly people in Guam, they could overheat in a hurricane situation because it was so hot and so humid and they could overheat. And not that the shelters had air conditioners, but they did have like lots of ventilation and fans and food and everything and water. So in this case, it's like more like people can freeze. All right, so that's the gatefold card. That's all there is to it. Everything else is just easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's do the rest now. We're going to take all the pieces and just start designing. So, let's use these as an inspiration and see how I did it for the splash of sparkles. This paper is fantastic, by the way. So what I did is I took like the bubble bath piece and like the plain pieces, since they were in the back anyway and they were solid, I used them as my background pieces. So let's see if we have any more. Just like this. So we'll use that as a background piece. So let's go ahead and cut the panel. Now, you just got to think about it. Like, just go like this. You go like this. It's 4 1/4. And you're like, oh, it's 4 1/4, right? Remember we scored earlier at 2 3/4, right? So this was scored at 2 3/4 earlier when it was all laid out. So therefore, we need to make this a 1/4 inch smaller. So since the card was 4 3/4, we need to cut it at 4 inches. Okay. Since the little panel was 2.75, we need to cut it at 2 1/2. Okay, so go ahead and cut all your pieces, 2 1/2, 2 1/2. And what we're doing is we're making the panels for the front. Now, don't adhere them to your card yet. Just make a bunch of panels. 2 1/2. And save all your scraps. I usually use those things from Hobby Lobby. They're from Paper Studio, and they're like plastic things. And so, let's see what we can do with some of these panels too. This one, we can use that one for the inside. That we might be able to punch something. Anywho, you can always wrap Hershey Nuggets with them later. All right, let's see what else we can use. This one is cute, but it wouldn't be good as a background because it's too much white stuff. So this is a good background one. Nope. But that one's already too small to use for anything. I'm just showing you the pieces. Here's a good one for the... Okay, let's see. All right, these make both good backgrounds and good foregrounds. I don't have a lot of paper left, do I? Oh, I did pull out a piece to show you. I'm having a bingo coming up, right? And we're doing Easter basket. So I did pull out the paper to show you all the pieces I've used to have it. So if you want to sign up for bingo, you have until the 10th of the month to sign up for bingo. I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of these panels off the back of here. Is what I'm going to do. Because this makes a great background paper because of the cool colors. So 2 1/2. I'm doing 4 1/4. I'm sorry, 4 by 2 1/2. Okay, 4 by 2 1/2. Okay, and then we can do some inside panels later. Now we're going to take this. Let's take this piece. This will be really cool to put in the inside of these pieces, I think. So in other words, these are going to be the pieces that go right here. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to use the shiny pieces to make these. So what I'm going to show you is the paper in its entirety as I show you this bingo. I'm not going to show you the whole bingo kit right now. Let me just show you this paper, which I have one that's open. So this is the full Splash of Sparkles paper. And look how cool this is. So I used that a lot for my panels, and then I ran out of that piece. This is called specialty paper, and I believe it's part of the online exclusives. So this will be good for the inside of your cards, inside panels, inside or outside panels. Definitely this makes a good background sheet, and so does this matte finish, where the sparkles make better panels, I think. Anyway, that's part of a bingo kit. We'll show you that all later. Stick around. I'm going to show you the bingo cards, other things we made in our Easter basket workshop series. What else? Maybe card club. I don't know. I'll show you some other things. Just stick around. I'll probably just show you Easter stuff. All right, now that we know that panel was 2 1/2, now the next one's going to be 2 1/4. 2 1/4. And notice how I'm doing the patterns. I want these to be horizontal. So I'm going to make these 2 1/4 by 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 because I went 1/4 inch smaller. And then I'm going to attach them like so. That's why I want them horizontal. Now I can attach them to the paper. 2 3/4. Oh no, sorry, 3 3/4. All right, there we go. See that? We got the panels. Let's get some glue or tear and tape or something to attach this. Ooh, a lot of glue's coming out of that one. You don't need so much glue. I attach them to each other, and then I attach them to the card itself. All right, so that's how to make this card. And we're going to still do some stamping, and we'll write down these measurements, and we'll still do something for the inside. If I'm yelling, it's because I'm wearing my Buc-ee's hat. And my Buc-ee's hat, let's not get glue on my Buc-ee's hat, but I'm going to show you it. It goes over my ears. So it's like I can't hear as well. Not that I can hear anything you guys say. Anyway, I can only read it, but sometimes when you have a hat on that covers your ears, you end up yelling. So this is my Buc-ee's hat, and it covers my ears, and that's why I'm being so loud. But it is keeping me warm in my she shed. So putting it back on. Okay, we're going to keep on going with the panels and just keep on figuring out what to do. We have this one. So we'll just try to use some purple on this one just for contrast. Purple shapes, we'll use one of these. And again, we're just going to do 2 1/4 times 4. And it'll all make sense when I show you the lining the panels up. No, the trick is using liquid glue. Yeah, that's the trick. What's the trick to lining the panels up so perfectly? Liquid glue, because it's forgiving. I mean, you can't mess up when you use liquid glue. You use tear and tape or Seal Plus, forget about it. You mess up and it goes. Okay, look, I'll even show you. We can mess up together. Oopsie, I already did it. 2 3/4. Sorry, 2 3/4, not 4. Okay, so here we go. We'll mess it up on purpose. And we'll see how liquid glue shall help us. All right, so if I was using tear and tape and I just went down here and it's like rip, right? But I put that there and I'm like, that doesn't line up, right? You could tell. But it's okay because I'm using glue. Dun, 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 dun. And it's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And it's almost like concrete, though. As soon as you it dries, it's like concrete. But wiggle it just a little bit. Get the 1/4 inch perfectly lined up. See? Then now my panel's perfect. So that's the thing. Use liquid glue. All right, let's go ahead and add the panels. We'll put this one on that side and the other one on the other side. Because you get the idea now. That was the idea. You could make them the same. You can make them mirror images of each other, just make them the same or just make them different like I'm about to do. And again, liquid glue. I try to use liquid glue on gatefold cards and easel fold cards and things where the borders need to be even. Okay, and that helps you. Looks more professional, in my opinion. That's my opinion, and that's what I'm going to stick to. Now, some people hate this kind of glue, but this glue is great. It dries so quickly, and it dries clear, and it is fast drying. So some people get and it doesn't make good glue boogers, which you got to love glue boogers, right? Glue boogers are the best. You can roll them up, get rid of them, but it still is great. It's a great glue. So there's your outside panels. Done with that. Let's write it down. And then we got to do the inside. So we're on the outside. We're on outside layer 1. You got to make 2 of them. Outside layer 2, you're making 2 of them. What I'm talking about for layer 1 is this one in the back. That's the timid tiger, and this little piece in the back that's the different shades of blue. Balmy blue, pool party. Okay, so layer 1 is going to be, remember, that was 4 1/4, that panel, by 2 3/4, this little panel. So this little bit is going to be 2 1/2, right? I gotta do a brain dump. Okay, and this one's going to be 2 1/2 by 4 inches. Okay, so layer 1, outside panel, make 2 of them. You're going to cut the paper 4 inches by 2 1/2 inches. 2.5 inches, okay? Layer 2, which is the inside panels, but on the front or the outside of the card, you're making 2 of them. They're going to be 2.25 inch by 3.75 inch. Okay, now if you want, you can make an extra double layer of panels on the inside, but I think it's overkill. So you can just go ahead and do for the inside panels. I mean, if you want, you could do the same thing. I'm just drawing them there. This one, I'll write the measurements. This one I'm drawing. Just really do the outside one probably, not the whole inside. And then let's write it though. But we need, for the inside, we need the piece of the card that's 5.25 times 4 inches and 5.25 times 1 inch. Again, for the inside of the card, you need a panel that's 5.25, this part, right? 5.25 across by 4 inches. That's this. And then this one's going to be 5.25 times 1 inch. That's this piece there. Now, these are just going to be the same as your outside. So let's go ahead and see what we have left over. This will be cute for that. Let's see. Just take in some of the scraps. I really liked using these for most of my cards. These pieces that look like that, but I don't think I have much of that left. Everything I have left at this point, I'm trying to save for my bingo. All right, so anyway, if you want to do the whole panel, go ahead and, you could take this. I would probably take this and put it over here. That's what I would do if I was going to put these on the inside. But I think I'm just going to change it up instead and try this for the inside panels. I mean, or this one. This would make a really good inside panel. But either way, I'm going to stick with the shiny because I like shiny paper. All right, let me move the Zoom thing. I'll mention this again at the end of the video, but sign up for this by the 10th of February, and our Zoom bingo is the 27th of February. When I say I do in-person events, that's my in-person event. You're going to meet me on Zoom. I don't do like the in-person events like you're going to go camping and, go on a retreat, but I do attend those kinds of events. I'm attending a craft cruise, which you'll see me post from. And, I'm going to craft with friends. I like attending in-person events, but I like running Zoom events. All right, so 2.25. What I'm thinking is I'm going to cut this down like this. This is what I'm thinking. Down the middle, I'm going to use this trimmer. So let me just show you here. Let me take a piece of paper. You see on the trimmer, there's this line. See that line that opens up on your paper trimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so that I get these cute little, I want these to make sure that they're in the panel. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that like that. You see, so that part is definitely in my panel. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip them around. Flip them around like that. Flip them around like that. Okay, and now I can cut the 2.25 at the same time. Here, sorry, I should flip them around like this. Backwards. It's opposite day. 2.25. There we go. And now I have this shiny panels for the inside of my card. And a little bit extra too. So that's cool. I like how that came out. And I'm thinking, I don't want them to be mirror images of each other. So I think one's going to be like that. We'll do this one. 3.75. Let's see. 3.75. I want the yellow showing. I'm going to go for the, oh, wait. The card is yellow. That's okay. I still want the yellow showing. The lemon lolly. Okay, and then this is going to be 3.75. Or no, sorry. Did I do 2.25? I did 2.25, so I think I need to do another panel for the outside. We're doing double panels on the inside, folks, because I already messed up the measurements. 3.75. Okay. Yeah, I already made these smaller than they need to be, so we're going to have to do the little outside panel. But it's all good. You don't need to, but I already did, so we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, and I already have these made up, so it's good. Well, I already have this made up. And I have this blue one made up already. I remember cutting it earlier. I cut a piece of blue. Or maybe I need to cut the blue one again. So this card is going to be better than my example. My example didn't have this extra layer. You guys are getting a bonus. All right, let me stop cutting. I'm done cutting. Let's get rid of this trimmer. The only reason you'd want to cut anymore is if you don't have punches and you need to cut little background pieces. So I'm going to do something like that, or something like, yeah, that. I'm going to put that over there. I'm thinking more like that though. Like one goes down. Okay, so these are my inside panels. You could get away with just doing that on the inside, but I'm doing a double layer because I cut my fancy paper smaller than it needed to be. And this is how you fix it. You just make an outside layer for it. I love gold foiled paper. So pretty. I sometimes just smooth things out with my excess gift cards. My hubby loves me. He gives me Hobby Lobby gift cards for my birthday and special occasions. But of course, what do? I buy things for other people with them. I need to buy something for myself sometime with the gift cards. I guess crafting for other people is doing something for myself when you think about it. Because it makes other people feel good, but it also makes you feel good when you craft. Okay, those are the inside panels. Bringing back the card. So what I would do is, since this background matches that background, I would put this on the opposite side. I'm going to put that over there, and I'll put this one over there. Okay, so that's how I do it, but of course, any way you want. It's your card. It's already getting heavy. Card is getting heavy. Okay, now we need, besides getting glue all over my shirt. Boy, talk about, this needs some bleach on it. This is supposed to be white. That's white, the color. This, I think that's supposed to be white, or is it tan? It looks pretty. It's not dirty. I mean, hubby, I just put it in the closet, so I know it's like clean from the other load. All right, so anyway, this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. What I'm doing is I'm getting out a piece of basic white cardstock. 5 1/4 by 4. And we will go ahead and cut 1 inch. We're going to cut this piece 1 inch. But don't cut it lengthwise yet. I mean, don't color it. Yeah, just cut it 1 inch, but it can be too long for now. This piece is a piece of that really cute paper called the Pleasant Patterns paper. Now, what I would do for this one, before I glue this to it, because sometimes your stamps don't come out real well. So you want to stamp it. This time you're going to stamp it first. Let me go ahead and get rid of this stamp set. I found the dies, but I'm trying to find the stamp. Oh, here's the stamp set. Here's the stamp set. There we go. We need, what did I write on here? Okay, we did Happy Easter. So you could put Easter's on its way or Happy Easter. Happy Easter works because it's a nice big horizontal stamp. And you can use Shy Shamrock is a good color if you want. Let's see. Shy Shamrock. Is it around? I don't know if it's around my room now. I don't see it anywhere. Oh. Imagine that. I actually put it back where it belongs. This is a miracle. I put it back where it belongs on the shelf. I'm looking all over for it like, where's my Shy Shamrock? I just used it the other day. Imagine that I put it away. Oh, that's not a sticky note. I thought that was a sticky note. That's the same color as a sticky note. There's a long comment there. Let's see. I love my therapist. He understands my sense of humor and can match it. Ask if you knew the difference between a therapist and a tourist. Nothing, neither negotiates. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have no idea how the conversations get so derailed in my chat, but I love it. Not derailed. It's all good. It started out somewhere. I'll probably have to go back and read it at the beginning. All right. I hope I didn't do that crooked. So what I did is oh, it looks good. I stamped Happy Easter on there. And sometimes you can scrape, the extra. Like if it messes up too, you could always like cover it up. And like, here's just a little trick for you. If you like it better, I mean, if it messes up, just cover it up. Just use that part to cover it up and just do that. But that's why I say put the little thing on first. I actually like the first one better. So I'll cover the bottom one up. But that's a little trick for you. Because usually I scrape off the excess ink and then it stamps a little better. I didn't do that this time. I didn't scrape off the excess ink. All right, that's done. And now we can attach this. So let's put some glue on it. Put some glue on that part, put a little glue on this part. I don't know how far out I need to put glue, but anyway, it's all good. And I usually use my trimmer for this too. My trimmer is just wonderful because it has a ledge on it. Okay, let's see. Oh, is Anike here? You usually come over from Europe. You haven't been here, but maybe because I haven't been on super late like I used to be. It's the later, the better for you guys, right? Oops. All right, let me say hi to everybody. I want to be part of the conversation too because I missed so much because I was so into this crafting and I was in survival mode trying to get my project started before I froze to death. Well, actually now moving around a lot, it's actually better for me and I'm not as cold. Sometimes some glue gets on there. All right, so I'll do that to that little piece and just cut off the excess. And that way it always lines up nicely. And if the stamp messes up, then I didn't do the whole thing. I didn't go ahead and stamp the whole thing. So we have Shy Shamrock. Okay, and then we're going to use Memento Black. And, oh, the belly band's going to be 12 I'll show you the belly band. That's 12 inches by 1 inch. But if you don't have 12-inch paper, then just go ahead and make the belly band with whatever paper you have. Like take 2 pieces of scraps and glue them together and make it 12 inches and then wrap it around. And I'll show you how to kind of disguise it. So in other words, like if you don't have a 12-inch piece, your belly band will have a seam. There's a little seam, right? And it'll have a seam on the front because you only 2 6-inch piece of paper. Then you got to cover it up with an extra bunny to cover your seam. That's all. No big deal. I'm just writing all the colors I used. Let's see. I used more colors than that. That's just some of them. I'm going to get to it. So we'll do the belly band. We're going to adhere the inside of the card, this part to the inside. I don't need to worry as much about getting it lined up because this one's just one panel. So I think I don't need to use glue for this. I can use tear and tape, but I mean, since I have glue here, I might as well just use glue. But anyway, this will go back. You'll get to see that again, so don't worry. We're now adhering the inside of the card. So far, so good. Where are we going to put the bunnies? It depends. Do you want the bunny on the right side, on the left side? I think I'm going to go with that. Like I want the bunny on the purple part. I want this little chick on this part. So that's why I'm putting it that way when I adhere it like so. So I'm going to adhere this into the card like so. Okay, so either Seal Plus or tear and tape. I'll go ahead and use Seal Plus. Just be quicker. Or glue. But I tend not to use glue as much on white paper as I do on colored paper. I just don't want the part where people are going to write on to be lumpy. And sometimes glue gets my projects a little bit lumpy. Probably because I can't spread it very evenly. And there you have it. That is the whole card. And now it's just going to be fun, fun, fun as we create all the embellishments for this wonderful card. We're going to create the bunny. We're going to create the chick. We're going to create... Yeah. All right. Let's see who's here today. And thank you for giving a thumbs up if you are here. Less than half of you are putting a thumbs up on the video. So I hope if you're here watching, you will go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for being a YouTube channel supporter. Christina, thank you for being here. Melissa Sullivan's watching from Chile, Texas. Is it cold where you're at? I mean, is it snowing where you're at, or is it just chilly? Melissa. Lala's Crafts is here, which is Phyllis. Janet's here, Auntie Bubbles. Thank you, and thank you for writing measurements. All right, Tarita got her stuff from me. Then you mean you got your bingo kit? Is you talking about your bingo kit or like Happy Mail? Thank you, Deb Salinas. I only sent out half of those. You want the branching out set? Okay, Deb. I will sell you mine, or give you mine, or trade you mine. I'll just trade you mine. How about that? We're not going to sell it to you. We'll just trade you. Okay? Because I didn't get the dies, and it's already retired. It already ran out. You can't get it anymore. All right, so Lynn is here. Nice to see you, Lynn. Cards by Chris. Hi. Thank you for being here again, Chris. Oh, gosh, that's so smart, Lynn. Lynn, you are a genius. Okay, Lynn's a genius. She just came up with even a better plan. She said, why don't I just stamp them all and then laminate it, and then they would fit perfectly. Like, not for this one that already fits perfectly. Like, this one fits perfectly, but they're backwards. So, like, I'm down with that. That's smart, right? Like, I mean, I don't care if that fits. If in other words, like this, I don't care that one is backwards because it still sticks and it's still plastic. But Lynn, that's genius. You could stamp onto it. She's talking about for the branching out. Okay, what she's saying is, well, I was saying these wouldn't fit. These stamps are bigger than this paper. So, like, this paper here, right? When I went and copied it just exactly, look how much bigger the pine needles are than the stamp. And then, so there was no place to line it up. And then this is a lot bigger than this paper. She said, why don't you just take a piece of paper, stamp onto it, laminate it, and then stick them to it? Okay, so that's what we will do we'll try that. For a stamp set such as the branching out, where the stamps are not the same size, we will try that method. But for stamps like this, I can just easily just make a copy, laminate it, and not have to stamp it. So yes, I like the idea. Thank you. Sometimes it just takes extra, like, brainstorming. Okay, so good. We get there eventually because it's frustrating. These cases are frustrating the heck out of me. Hello, Karen. Darrelson, nice to see you. Hope you got your Happy Mail. Oh, 36 minutes of replay, yes. Don't worry that you missed so much. Here's what we did so far. We've made this card, the entire card, and I have the measurements here. So the measurements are all done. Now I'm just writing the ink as I do some die cutting and coloring. So there's the measurements. You didn't miss it. We made panel 1, panel 2. It's just layer 1, layer 2. We did 2 of those layers inside. You don't really need to double layer them. It's just that's what I did on the inside of this. You can double layer them for your panels. And then you need a strip of paper here and your stamp. So that's your gatefold card. You're pretty much done except for your belly band, which is 12 inches by 1 inch. And then after you glue it together, let it dry. Don't get glue. If you don't let it dry before you put it on, the glue will get on your card. So then you're going to bend the card a little bit, and you're going to put the belly band on the card, like so. And then when you go like this, and then the card, when you flatten it out, it goes flat. So you always want to make this pretty tight. So I make my belly band at this point. So that's what I was going to show you before I do the stamping. So at this point, I take my 12-inch paper, if I have any left. Do I have any 12-inch paper left? I sure don't. Yes, I do. I have this piece here that's 12-inch. Okay, so we're going to take, and if you don't have 12-inch paper, because your kits don't come with 12-inch paper all the time, I'm just going to go ahead and cut 1 inch by 12. You're going to go ahead and use your 2 pieces and glue them together. An extra blade just fell off. Okay, grab that. All right, so you're going to take your empty card. You're going to go like this. You're going to stick your belly band on it. like so, right? And you're gonna go like this before you get it tight. You're gonna go like that and wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it until you get to the point where it overlaps right in the middle. So, you know, you're kind of eyeballing it. That's good enough like that. It overlaps. Wiggle it just a little bit. Now you're gonna get it real tight. Not too tight because you're gonna use the glue on it because you're still gonna have a couple embellishments on it, but it's kind of tight. And now you can press on the sides. Now remember, your embellishments are gonna push this up a little, so you don't wanna make this too tight. I should have put the silver side up, right? The silver side up would have been prettier. All right, well, let's get this off now. So after it's pinched, go ahead and pull it off. And now you're just going to kind of lay it there and do that. So that's your belly band. And then at this point, you can make it a little bit looser. Right? And that'll be the back of your card. And then if you end up having to put a bunny on it, that's okay too. That'll be the front. And that's the back. But if you have two seams, put a little bunny there to cover it up. And I just made a whole bunch of belly bands all at once with all my scraps. See, I just kept making them because I was making a lot of cards. So this one's dry. This one is, wait, this is the one I just made. This one's not, this one when it dries, I put it on. So to put it on, you're going to go like that, tilt the card a little bit, put the belly band on, right? And then you're going to put it over like this. And now you're going to let go and it falls and it's just nice, right? So that way the card goes in an envelope much easier. Or get some twine. Okay, and use some linen thread or twine or something, right? All right, well, let's keep saying hi to you guys. Yes, online exclusive, Meg, or no, Inike, yes. This sparkles of something or other, splash of, here's the product number. Okay, product number is the same around the world, splash of sparkles. So go ahead and order that from my online store. Splash of Sparkles Specialty DSP. It's just fantastic, yes. It's an online exclusive. Those of you got my DSP share, this was in my designer series paper share. So yay for that. Okay. Okay, and yeah, Melissa Sullivan said she likes Schoolhouse Rock. I used to watch all those commercials. Yeah, some of us are big old babies. Yeah, and you're fine in Houston, I'm glad. Yeah, the media is hysterical. Like, I'm watching and it's like you would think that like the ice age has come and like we're facing mass extinction or something. Yeah, the dies aren't available anymore. I don't think the stamp set's available anymore either, Deb. So if it is available, I can trade you and not sell, but I was just going to trade you anyway. So we're good. We can't sell anything that's current. That's why it's just easier to trade someone. Or you could just give it to someone. You know what I mean? You give me stuff all the time, I just give it to you. Okay, Diana. Nice to see you, Diana. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. You're saying thanks for crafting in the cold. We appreciate it. I'm actually warming up now, Janet. Warming up. Once you see these bunnies, you're really going to appreciate it because you're just going to make you smile. So let's use the... I kept using this bunny. Wonder if this bunny was going to fit or if I just kept using the other bunny because I could use this bunny. Yeah, this bunny will fit too. Let's use this bunny with the floppy ears because I keep using this little guy. And we're going to use the chick and we're going to use the egg. Okay, so get out the egg. Get out this little chicky poo. Where's he at? And the chick and the egg. Okay, and you could get out a carrot if you want. All the stuff. All the things. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go and stick it on a stamping block. We'll get a big old stamping block. Okay, we're going to stick that on there. And the chick, you stick them far enough apart so when you use the dies, that the dies will, be apart, like far enough away where you could put some tape on it. Okay, now we need Memento black ink. And the dies, I'm talking about this. We're die cutting, okay? We're die cutting, we're coloring, the whole thing, all the things. But you already know how to make the card. But don't leave, because this is like where the fun begins. I mean, who doesn't want to watch me color a bunny? Make the bunny come to life. Oh, yeah. That came out nice. So we need a piece of basic white. Let's get out of... I've been testing. I've been selling punches. I had a good sale on Friday at my Whatnot sale. I sold my Fox punch, my Foxy punch, my balloon builder punch, my posting punch, my tree builder punch, and then we were testing them all out before I sold them. I have more punch bundles, more die bundles this weekend. Or this Friday, I mean, not this weekend. Friday, it'll be from like 3 to about 6. Then we'll wrap things up so I can mail everything. I got everything mailed off on Saturday. It was like a miracle. I never do that. But the same people ordered. It wasn't a lot of different people. It was like the same people ordered everything. It was only like 11 packages. Which was good. I mean, it's good that the same people ordered. Had some new customers on Whatnot this weekend. Okay, so what I'm doing is leaving it there for a couple seconds to let the ink absorb in there. And you're going to see that there's a little gap on the little... Oh, so cute. There's a little gap on this. If you were using your scan and cut, just so you know, I am using the dies. But if you were, you need to use the pencil trick to color in that gap. Here, it's better if you can see it better when it's colored. To enclose the gap I'm talking about. There's a little gap between there, like it's a white, there's a white opening, and that will not scan it for you and cut it out if you are using. So be sure to use the pencil trick and color in any gaps. Now the gaps are there on purpose because of the, oh, I should do another one. So I have an extra bunny made for our next project. Anyway, that way, enclose the gap so your scan and cut will cut it out. Okay, good. Now I'm done with the black. So we don't need any more black ink. We're done with that. Those are our only embellishments. Now we're going to use blends to color this. All right, now, and because I'm die cutting, I'm just going to go ahead and die cut one little set at a time. So, and never color. I mean, you can, if you want. I shouldn't say never. I should say I never color before I die cut. I see people all the time on videos doing it. And I watch it and go, oh no, what if you mess up? Like, it's fine. I mean, you could do it if you want to take the risk, but like, I always like to just die cut. If the die cuts get messed up, then I didn't waste any time coloring, right? And they can mess up in many ways. I can go crooked. The plates could go crooked. My tape could rip the paper. The die could end up on the wrong spot. So really, you know, it's just better. It's less riskier, I think. So we need the egg. Oh, by the way, this basket's fantastic. I'm going to show you what I made with the basket. You can use this basket for basket weaving. I'm looking for the other one called, oh, here it is. Chickie. The cute little chickie. All right, so those are the dies. Oh, some of the dies are fantastic too, like with the little stitching. Love these dies. Okay, where's the plastic envelope? Here it is. I don't mind these envelopes that much for the dies as I do, like the stamp sets, I prefer the bigger cases, but for those envelopes for the dies, actually, they've always come in flat envelopes, so like I don't have a problem with those. It's only the other thing. So now we're going to use washi tape to line everything up. So you just, and you know, the washi tape, if you don't put it in the right spot, it could end up ripping your little dies, or not your dies, your paper, and it could end up ripping your image. So sometimes they get messed up during die cutting. So all I'm saying is, that's why I color later. Okay. Line up Mr. Bunny. And the little egg. They came out with a new kind of washi tape as well. Besides the one this one is really pretty. There's another kind that's all green. And there's like dies to go with these. I just use it as tape. It's just pretty tape. And it's very strong tape. But you can use it to design with as well. All right, so they're good enough. Now I'm going to take the plates. Okay, so what you want is you want base plate number 1. That's your big platform for your die cutting. Your die cutting sandwich is plate number 1. And then you're going to take a plate number 2, which is your thin die adapter. Find a plate number 2. Okay, you need 1 plate number 2. It's your thin die adapter. Put that down anytime you're working with thin dies. Then you need 1 plate number 3. This is a plate number 3, which is what's called your base plate. And you're going to put your little paper down. And I tape these there so they don't move. And that one already moved a little bit. And then you're going to put a top plate on. Find a better top plate. Janet, I'm ashamed. I know you sent me plates one time, but look at the condition my plates are in. I'm going to have to just get some more. All right, there we go. Or else I probably have to just open another set. I have a lot of small plates too. I'm going to roll it through with that top plate. The top plate should have been, the bottom plate should have been the scratch one. The top plate should have been the clear one. But anyhow, it's all good because we're going to color it. And then we can get rid of the machine, hopefully, because it's going to come out. And if not, we bring the machine back up to the table, pop out the little guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, here's a trick for you. Because I've already done, because I had them all on the stamping block, and I stamped twice on the stamping block. So when I was making a ton of these for my cards, all I did was leave this tape just like it was. I stuck this right on the next piece of paper, and I just die cut it again. And I did that over and over again, and that's how I made all my cards. I made about 20 of them. And then I just kept pulling off the back piece of paper, leaving the top piece of paper. Because they're all like perfectly in the right spot. Because my stamp is right like that. And this is what I'm going to teach you when the new stamp positioning tool comes. I'm going to teach you a technique that's similar to this, where you just keep mass producing your cards. But we're not going to do any more die cutting now. I'm just showing you that's how you would just do it again and again and again. So we are going to now color our stamp. And I had everything in a baggie. A Ziploc baggie. Here we go. Because I was doing it inside my house. So this is my little bag of stuff that I use. But you don't have to use it all. Let's just go for it. We're going to just see what we need here. We're going to take, so for the little chick, I used the Lemon Valley marker with the Peach Pie marker. So what I did for Peach Pie, here, let's just go ahead and look. We did Peach Pie on some of the egg and on the little chick. So we did the little chick's nose, or beak, I should say beak, not nose. So you do the beak of the chick, and then you're going to do some of this egg. And I'm using the thin side. The markers have a brush tip and a thin side. And I think we're all out of markers. I think we're selling markers anymore. But I'm sure a lot of you already have markers. If you don't have a regular marker, just use your blends marker. Even because whether you're using a marker that has a brush tip and a fine tip, or you're using a blends, this is the blends. They also have a brush tip and a fine tip. So for the bunny, we're going to do the pool party. Okay. Okay. Let's do the ear, inside of the ears. And I'll just do this little part too. This little part and the inside of the ear in pool party. I'm using the dark pool party. Okay, that's all I'll do for dark. The inside of the ear. And I'm going to take the light pool party. And I'm still going to use the thin side. But now you're just making a little shadow on your bunny. So just something like this. Just go down the left side. And I do this for snowmen. I do it for bunnies. Just a lot of things. Let's make the paws, the little tip of the feet with the pool party blue. Make those blue. A little bit there, a little bit there. Actually, I might put the bunny on the other side of the card because he's facing this way. And that's it. I mean, it makes your bunny come alive. You went from just a plain old bunny to like a cute little bunny with a little blue on it. Now you need a petal pink for the nose. So this is petal pink. Just do that little tiny bit of the nose. All right, let's keep going. Now we need, let us see. This one we need the bubble bath, okay? Let's take bubble bath for the egg. I'm just going to use dark bubble bath. Don't worry about so much about the colors. We'll write them all down at the bottom of the paper when I bring out the paper again. Okay, bubble bath, and that was light bubble bath. So just bubble bath for the top and the bottom of your egg. I'm just trying to use colors that will go with this pastel look. Okay, we need a let's see. Oh, the lemon lolly marker. So for this little guy, you're gonna use lemon lolly on the whole thing. I'm just using the brush side, but the wings, to make them a little darker, you're just gonna go over the wings a lot more times. That's all. So you still the marker, but just every time you use a layer of ink, the marker gets darker. The marker gets darker. Oh, that rhymes. I like it. The marker gets darker. So we'll go ahead and use the small side. I'm so glad my finger healed. I'd cut it the other day, and it's almost healed, so I don't have to wear a Band-Aid anymore. All right, there we go. So the chick's done, and now the rest of the egg. Lemon lolly, and now we need a little bit of Shy Shamrock or Summer Splash or something. I think I used Shy Shamrock in that one for that. Let me just grab that. Oops. I must have used the blends. That came out dark. It's okay, though. I think I used... Oh, this is probably set up for my bingo. Let's see. I believe I used the light Shy Shamrock. The light Shy Shamrock blend as opposed to the dark one. It still looks good. All that we're left with is some Wink of Stella, which would be the glitter pen. All right, as I look for the glitter pen, I need to plug my phone in because it's telling me low battery again. All the things. We got to do that first. All right, so good. We're good with the embellishments. Now we just got to use... Yeah, markers had all colors, but the blends do not. Yes. Thank you, Anike. I'm just as frustrated with you as... I'm just as frustrated as you are. But these beautiful markers have gone away. These are what we just sold. We don't sell them anymore. This was like $126 or some crazy amount. 35, maybe 170. I don't know if they were 35 a set. 140. I can't do math right now. 140? They were like $3.50 a marker. $3.50 a marker. 10 markers, $35. $70. And $70. $140. I think I bought them as a bundle, though. And I was planning on... and I still can use them as prizes. It's not that I can't use them, but I was very frustrated that they went away because I really like them. I really like the markers. Anyway, I'm putting Wink of Stella on them. This is just a little glitter pen. And we have some finishing touches, and of course there's little egg embellishments too that I have that you have in your kit for your Easter Basket Workshop series. So you can use those little egg embellishments as well. And I probably put them on at the end of the workshop series because I just want to make sure I have enough of everything. All right. There we go. So this is little, come on, glitter, glitter, glitter. Okay, next we're going to do some circles. And like I said, I think I'm going to put the bunny on the left side of my card. But I already made this the right side of my card. Because I already put that in the inside. So this is now... Instead of the bunny, we'll put the bunny over here. Now, you could just stick the bunny there. It's going to be cute, but it's not going to have the contrast you're going to have if you put a circle behind it. So that's the reason I'm going to put circles behind it. So you could do something like that. It's all cute. Your card will be done. But do we want to just be done? Or do we want to go over the top professional? Yes, we want to go over the top. We do everything in excess on this channel. So let's find these circle punches. Let's find those. All right, I pulled it. Now, I don't know if these are even available anymore, these colors, or these sizes, but just get yourself, everybody needs circle dies or circle punches. Okay, if you don't already have the circle, punches, we do have different kinds of circle dies you can use. Oh my goodness, after all that, look how many panels I already have made I didn't know about in my bag. I didn't even know I had all these panels made. All right, well, let's take a piece of this here. Or wait, let's see what I did for... It was a piece of the Easter paper. It really doesn't matter what we use. We could just use... Let's just use whatever we have here. Let's use whatever scraps that I already have in here. I mean, one of these might even look good. This is the Pleasant Patterns. So making a circle, a 2-inch circle. Okay. Okay, that's maybe not enough contrast though. But the Pleasant pattern might look good on this side. So let's try that with the small circle. Okay, I think that'll be good for one of the things on the right side, like either the chick or the egg. Okay, so we'll keep that piece there. Now we need a different color though. Let's see. We'll try... Nope, that's not contrast enough. That's not contrasting enough, I should say. I don't know if this would be good. Let's try it. It's white, but it has a lot of green in it. So, green and blues. Yeah, that would look good for the bunny. It's better than putting the bunny. The bottom line is you could put the bunny on there, let it drown in the sea of foil stripes, or you could do, okay, you're saying the green one. Okay, with the green one, let's see if I have to have another piece of the green one. Okay, you're saying the green one. I got this piece, but I haven't punched it yet. I want to use the pieces I punched because there's one more paper share that I owe someone, and I didn't have any more of this paper, and I'm like, oh no, I can use that. I feel bad, like I had to give them all, like I didn't have enough paper for them. Okay. I mean, I will once I... Hold on. I think this might work. I'm gonna try this. And then see what you guys like better. Okay, I'm going to try this little pink. Do you guys like that better? Oh, no, you can't really see that, can you? Or this one. So 1 or 2. I think actually might look better on 2. I can't use any more of my Easter paper because my last paper share, I'm still waiting on more Easter paper. All I have is scraps. 2. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's what I thought, too. All right, let's put that there. And now, so this one, the bunny's going to be popped up with dimensionals, but the little circle will be down here. Okay, so we've put that in the middle. And now we're going to put that one here. And now we need another piece for over there. We'll try the green one for over there. You guys like the green one, and I'll do a small circle. Okay. Okay, we could either do the white side. No, the white side is... No, we're going to use this side. We're not going to use that side. We're going to use that side because of contrast. I think I'm going to put it down there. And that one up there. So let's put the egg and then the chick. And there's our bunny. And now we just need to put the circles on there. So circles. So to put the circles, I'm putting them a little bit further from the corner, like a little bit in. The same distance I put there from that corner, I put from that corner. This one, same up here. Opposite side, the same distance, top and bottom. Okay, Pleasant Patterns. So we're using Joy of Easter and Pleasant Patterns. It all coordinates with Splashes Sparkles. I checked the colors. I checked all the coordinating colors. That everything sort of coordinates. It's all like in colors and, super fun stuff. Swap the egg with the chick. Okay, swap the egg with the chick. So you think the chick goes better there? What do you guys think? And the egg goes better there? Or do you just think this, like that? Okay, I could swap the egg with the chick, no problem. Okay, let's put that there. I'm putting the bunny. I'm putting the bunny on this side again because he's looking that way. Because his tail's facing that way. So I'm putting him on this side of the card. Okay, they pop better. You like them pop better, right? And plus, that's cute because it looks like the bunny's in the grass with other like eggs and stuff. That's what it looks like in that picture. And did I put the Wink of Stella on here? I did. The little chick is a little shiny. Okay, and our belly band for the finishing touch. I mean, how fun is this to give to someone? You know, so they're like, it's all decorated all over the place. Okay, slide it up. Let go. And you're like, ooh, what's that? What's under there? What's under there? The bunny. The bunny's under there. So if you don't have you could put something there. So like if you have a seam there, put something on there. You know, like on a little doodad of some kind. Now, when I gave this to someone to use, because I was giving it to other crafters, and I didn't sign it or anything, I just put it in the bag with the belly band back there for them to use later, right? So I didn't actually put the band on the card for them because I wasn't giving this card to someone with a message inside. If I was, I would have put the belly band on for them. Now, if you're worried about someone who's not a crafter opening this up, what I would do then is put an extra piece of this little guy behind his ear. So let's put like, here, let me find. You want to put an extra piece of dimensional behind his ear. Because that's the kind of stuff that can get caught in your belly band. And you don't want to get the ear caught in your belly band. Just ask me how I know. This happens to me when people send me cards and I get all kinds of caught up. Like, I'm not really sure what to do with the card they send me. Some, fancy fold, and I don't really know how to open it. And I'm like pulling and pushing around. I give it to my mom. My mom's 93. She just starts pulling at the card and she thinks she's going to open it the regular way. And then different things rip. So if you want to just tie down all the little, batten down the hatches, as they say. All right, so you now know how to make a gatefold. So now let's show you what else we made in this series of the Easter Bunny or Easter Basket Workshop series. Here's the other one. That's a sample. The pattern, different ways, and you can see the different patterns. And the different ways the chick and the egg line up with the bunny. Okay, and I had another one or two somewhere. All right, somewhere. I thought I had them at the beginning of this video. All right, either way, I'm going to show you what else we made in the series. And what we're making in the bingo. Somewhere is the other card. And my mom is also sewing again. Let me just finish this one thing by showing you the measurements and the rest of the colors you use, so you can at least take your screenshot. And then all I need to show you is those two cards, so it's okay. I don't need to show you the third example because we'll come back again on this channel and I'll show you all the other examples. All right, so we used Shy Shamrock, Memento Black, Pool Party, Lemon Lolly. Okay, we also used Bubble Bath, Petal Pink. Yeah, Bubble Bath and Petal Pink. So I'm going to write that down for you. I just got to put some stuff away here because the table's getting to be a big old mess. Can't find anything. Okay, Memento Black. Just going to look at it. Memento Black, Lemon Lolly. Oh, Peach Pie. We needed Peach Pie for the beak. Peach Pie. I'm not writing what part is what. And then this one we did Bubble Bath, Lemon Lolly, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Bubble Bath, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and then Wink of Stella. Okay, so that's the glitter pen. So here are all your colors. Here's your card. Let me move this thing. So I still have to show you now the rest of the cards we've been making and our bingo cards we're making. What we just made in Card Club this past week. Yeah, and that'll be good. That'll be enough things to show you because of the time. And I appreciate you all coming. Your first card looks calmer. My first card looks calmer. What's my first card? Yeah, that's because I used this paper with the stripes on it. Yeah, that's why you want to use the circles too, because of the contrast behind it. That one gets kind of lost in there. So that piece with the circles No, not circles, the stripes. It's part of the Splash of Sparkles paper. That's what I used for my first card. So yeah, if you want it to look calmer, use calmer looking paper without as much kind of wild stuff going on. That's a little bit more of a wild piece of paper. Okay, so that's the piece I used for that there. And then the blue piece. The blue piece, you can see, that's the blue piece for the other side. But I think I ran out of all that. I didn't have any more of that. Yes, but I appreciate your comment. That's a good observation. And it is, things are calmer when you use like less contrasting paper. Wow, look how many votes for number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. All those votes for number 2 for that circle. Sometimes just the background, you know, of what you're doing, like just the background for contrast makes it different. Yeah, I wish they had garden green blends. I agree. All right, Elaine is here. Hello, Elaine. All right, let's see what else. All right, so what we did here is in this series, now that you guys got to see the gatefold card and the measurements, took your pictures, got the belly bands. This is the other card we made. So if you missed it, just go back and look on the channel here. And if you're in my VIP group, I think I labeled it Learn How to Basket Weave or something. I called it we're basket weaving. This is using the Pleasant Patterns Designer Series paper and the crumb cake for your basket. Yes, I'm going to show you what my mom just made. Well, she made it. She's come home a few times. My husband picks her up and she wants to be back by dinner time. She's actually getting used to the nursing home and she likes the routine of it. And she likes being able to sit up on a bed that's adjustable because her back starts hurting and stuff. And my brother got her this like little thing for her waist, like a little back support. But she came home and I'm just going to show you now because you're talking about it. And she made some stuff for my card club. So if you're in my card club for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months or 24 months, and in this case, we've been around for 3 years. So it could be 36, 24 months, 30 months, 36 months. You hit an anniversary and you get a cute swag bag full of stuff, like some embellishments, candy, and stuff like that. So you get a little bag, ribbon, whatever. It's different every time. Sometimes it's a bone folder. So she made these cute little bags for my swag bags. And the next people are going to get these because these are the Valentine ones. So the next swag bag will be getting, whoever gets their anniversary this month is going to get a Valentine's swag bag that my mom made. And then whoever gets after that, the month after, if you hit an anniversary date in my card club, you're going to get one of these kind. So the little peeps on them. So yeah, so she's been sewing again. So I wanted to show you that. And she lines them all really nice. Yeah, she's adapting to her situation, Karen. It's just kind of sad because at first she's just like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. And now she comes home and she goes, I want to go back. It's kind of, well, I mean, she don't want to go back forever. She wants to both be able to go on trips anytime she wants and be able to leave anytime she wants. But then if she's gone for the day, she wants to be back there for the night. So it's kind of like, and she has a roommate that she loves to pieces. And, so that's good. Really like that. Okay, we also made some double fold treat pouches. Let's find them. Oh, I can't find the Easter ones we made, but we did make these pouches. And I hope I didn't give them away already. But you learned how to make these on this channel. And just look for the Easter style one, but it's called a double fold treat pouch. Okay, so those are the 3 projects we made in our Easter Basket Workshop series. And now I'm going to show you the 3 projects we're going to make in the bingo and talk about bingo a bit. These are the 3 projects we're making for the Easter Basket Bingo. Now, you don't need any dies. And it's going to be simple. We're going to make it all and color it all during the event on Zoom. So here's your kit that you're going to get. And your kit is going to include a bingo card in each bag, and then you're going to get a card. So you're going to get in this one the pretty and pink card, and the pastel shimmer paper, and an insert and an envelope. So you'll have more than enough paper to make this card here, and you're going to be coloring it in with your Stampin' blends and markers, and using the deckled circle that you're sent. And it's going to say Hello Spring, and it's going to be a vertical card like so. And you're using these Pleasant Patterns and pastel shimmers. Okay, that's your first bag. Your next card is going to use, guess what? I'm loving it. The Splash of Sparkles Designer Series paper. You're going to use 1, 2, 3, 3 layers of it and a stitched rectangle die. And for that, you're going to get this bag that looks like this with another bingo card. You're going to use the same bingo cards for all 4 games and a balmy blue card background, and it is going to be a horizontal card. And then third card, that you're going to make this card, and you're going to get an Everyday Arches die, the Country Woods Designer Series paper, and you're going to make another vertical card with a gray granite background. Okay, so this is made with love. So there's your kit. And of course, your bingo kit also has a cute little box in there for you're going to get your Easter basket, your little Easter eggs with little treats inside. You can open them when you get them. Go ahead and open them. And you're going to get a cute little box to put your Easter eggs in, or at least one egg. You got your bunny box. So that is your Easter basket bingo with a reminder of the date that you're playing bingo. And you'll get invited to Zoom. You'll get a calendar invite. Now, if you are a YouTube channel member, one of you guys that have those little icons next to your name, be sure to get the discount that my team gets. If you're a Patreon supporter, you donate each month to help support this channel, you get a discount on the bingo as well. Okay, so here's how to sign up for the bingo. And I'll leave that there as I show you what we made in our card club this month with the branching out. That was that stamp set I showed you earlier. The branching out. This is what we made. And we made it with the new product of the month. Oops, let me leave that. I'm going to leave this over there so you can still see that. Just take a picture of that with your phone if you're watching this on a TV, and then that will pull up your QR code to sign up for bingo. Now this, you can also just go here to my website and it'll say my events will be there as well. Or you can just use the link in the description for the kits, clubs, and events. So this is our winter branching out card with the lovely wishes, or lovely garden, sorry, Designer Series paper. We colored that paper if you're not familiar with it. Okay, this is also the lovely garden. I think it's called Lovely Garden. Okay, there's another one of this one's called True Blue Florals Designer Series paper. And here's 2 more we made. So just check out the tutorials from last week on this channel where we made all 4 of these cards. Okay, and there we go again with another branching out. So these two use these two use one paper. This is the same Designer Series paper. And then these 2 use another Designer Series paper. So every time when you join the card club, you always get enough supplies to make your 8 cards. You get your die cuts, and you get a lot of extra Designer Series paper and little surprises. And those 6-month things as well. Yeah, you love the shiny pink paper is called, here, Lynn, if you want to order it, Pleasant Patterns. Or you're talking about this paper, Pastel Shimmer. The shiny pink paper. Pastel Shimmer, specialty paper. It comes in Lemon Lolly and a few colors. This paper, I just used a little piece of it so you have lots of extra. Yeah, this one. Love it. All right, so yeah, so hope to see you at that bingo event. Nothing else going on except for our card club next month and bingo. That's it for February. Any other events will be pushed out until March or April because we have a on-stage event. That's a Stampin' Up! Event where demonstrators get together once a year and celebrate. My mom is 93. She's going to be 94 soon, a couple months. She'll be 94, so yeah. And she's getting better, Lynn. Yes, she is getting better. She gets a little, dizzy and wobbly, and so it's kind of scared to have her, be by herself. You have to kind of always watch her. And then, sometimes if she's, trying to cook or something, you'll walk into the kitchen and you'll hear click, 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 the gas stove is on, but there's no flame, but she doesn't know it's click, click, clicking because she can't hear. And I'm like, Mom, good thing nobody smokes here because there's gas coming out of the, thing. So she needs someone to watch her. Let's put it that way. Not all the time. She comes in phases. Sometimes she's perfectly fine on her own. And sometimes she's just like, oh boy, we need a babysitter. But my neighbors check on her and, she can do stuff right when you're home too. I mean, it's not like things can't happen when you are home. It's just that I like when she's in a skilled nursing facility because she has somebody checking on her every hour. Okay, Lynn's saying she wants the bag. So maybe, Lynn, after I figure out the card club, I could put some in the auction. Or if you do bingo and you want, so if you sign up for Bingo Lynn with the QR code, then, and you want to add on a mystery crafty surprise, we can add on a bag. Is it that, are you interested more in the Valentine one with the purple because you love purple, or the Easter? Because if you say mystery craft surprise, maybe one will come as your mystery craft surprise. It's supposed to be a mystery, but I'm telling you, I can add a bag in there as your mystery. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. And just write me, Lynn. You don't have to tell me now. Just like send me a message. Okay, you like this one better, the Easter. Okay, cool. Good, good. I love it too with the little, these are like the peeps, the marshmallow peeps that we eat, right? They're so cute. Hanging out with my peeps. All right, bye everybody. Have a great evening. We'll see you later on this week in my VIP group as I go over, probably start going over the measurements of these cards and stuff like that. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.